I'd share what I'm doing with you guys. I've got a big dough over here. Oop. Darn thing. Stay. Okay. Ugh, you guys can't really see that. There we go. It'll stay live. There we go. I'll see. Okay. So I got one already done. Well, this dough really went quick, like it was rising really quick. So this one here is like already to rise. So I've got all my pans over here with the parchment paper, and I got the big bowl of dough. And so I got some rolled here. I got a stalker outside my door. My dogs keep barking. Every time the dog's barking, I already caught her out there. Stalker. So I just cut it off. I just cut off pieces like this. Put them down here. And you can make anything with this dough. It is so nice, fluffy dough today. I wanted homemade buns. I think I might put some with cheese too, where I just put the cheese inside and then let it rise with the cheese inside. That would be good just to have for buns. I need a little bit of oil because it's sticky a little bit. So I just put a little bit of oil on my hand. And I start rolling them. I learned this when I was a kid. So like I said before, like being a single mom, if I didn't know how to make bread, I don't know how to, some days if I didn't know how to make bread, I don't know how my kids would have really had enough, you know, carbs and stuff when they were kids and growing up. So I'm very blessed to know, to have this knowledge. And the first time I ever made my perfect dough, I was at my grandma's. No, I wasn't at my grandma's. My grandma tried it and she said that my buns turned out better than hers. So the trick, the saying was always the fluffier the buns was, the fluffier, like the buns wasn't the crispier they were on the outside, the better the buns were. So whoever could make them really fluffy on the inside, but like really crispy on the outside, that's the person that would make the best buns. And the trick to that is to make sure the dough is well knead, like, you know, you don't over knead it. And sometimes I feel like when I watch like videos online where they make bread, I feel like they over knead it. I don't know, it doesn't need to be over kneaded like that. And I never knead them that much the second time around. When you start pinching it down, that's when you want to focus on, you know, really making sure everything is, well, you make sure everything is mixed together, but you know what I mean. Then you want to make sure that the gluten is really working its thing. But also let them rise longer. So the longer you let the buns rise, the taller, bigger they'll get. So I am so tired right now, but I wanted to make these buns, and I knew that if I make some dough, then I will be forced to stay up, and then I'll just go to bed early again, because I got up yesterday afternoon, so my sleep is always messed up. So I made the video last night, that video that I just posted. You guys may, if you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out. I made my second like video of Goddard when I went on that trip by myself, like just to go to Goddard, just 10 minutes away, but I went on a little adventure by myself and found some cool things. So I finally made that video because we had snow, and I wanted to post a snow video, and so until like I didn't want to post that snow video until I made that video because that would just kind of not make sense. But welcome everybody that's just that is coming in. Thank you for being here, and thank you for hitting that like button. I'll check the phone here as soon as I'm done. As long as we don't get kicked off the internet, my phone is always doing that. I always end up, when I'm on my tablet, I always end up getting kicked off. So also you just, you want, if you want them to be really big, and well, you want them to be bigger, but you don't want to, hey Timmy Ray, but you don't want them to be, heavy, then you make them a little bit smaller as you start, and then you have more room to grow, So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. I like to make them nice and round, I like to make them nice and round, so they're good for sandwiches and whatever. Like you just eat them like without anything, even just butter. It's like homemade bread, but they're buns. And it's just a lot more convenient to have the buns than the loaves, because a lot of the loaves of bread that you make, they don't have bags. Well, they do have bags that are big enough, but I usually don't have the bags that are big enough for the loaves. And if my loaves are a little bit big, then I can't close the zipper on them. So it's better to make the buns because of that. Because when you make a bunch, you want to freeze them, so you got to put them in Ziploc bags, and they will stay good for a few months in the freezer. And as soon as you take them out of the freezer and you let them thaw overnight, the next day, when you open that bag, it'll smell like you just took them out of the oven. Like they'll smell fresh, like fresh bread. And that's the one part about bread when you freeze it. But the only thing is, when you unfreeze it, you only have like a day and a half to 2 days that it really stays fresh. The third day, it's kind of already not that fresh because there's no preservatives in it, no preservatives. And I don't have. That's one thing I would like, is to have like a big island kitchen. And yeah, for baking, you need a big kitchen. You need a big table or a big thing to roll to put all your pans. I don't have room for that in this little apartment. Like, I have to put my pans wherever when I do this. And I do have a bread recipe. I think I did make it. I'm not sure if it's not posted. If I didn't recently make a bread recipe, then I am going to make one. I have made the video for it. Like, I've made the clips. I just haven't made the video for it. But I did step by step make bread. And I was going to make that video for you guys one of these days on my our family recipe. We all change it, like every single one of us, we all change it probably a little bit, so it'll be different from every family member, probably. But I got inspired to make these buns today because I watched a video that was suggested to me, and it was a guy that was touring, and he went to a Mennonite store / bakery, and they were showing him around, and he did a tour there, and they were telling him how they made all that, and I was just like, then I got motivated to make bread today. I really wanted bread. My oldest son's eating, he's doing keto again, so he's not going to be eating the buns. It's just going to be me and my youngest one eating the buns, or he might cheat and eat a bun. I don't know. It's going to be hard for him not to. They all love my buns. So, I know it's a wrong time to make the buns is when he's on that keto diet. Cause, then I'm just tempting him, right? Can't turn down mom's bread. Oh, this sounds sticky. And what makes bread really good too, and the buns make really good too, is when you make bacon and you have a little bit of grease left over, you don't throw it away, and you put that in the dough. It just puts that extra beautiful flavor in it. It's so good. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 5 that have 8 in them, and then I have this dough left here. I still have all this dough left here, and it's a big ball, like it's a big bowl, right? So I have all the dough left, and so I could make a couple of loaves because I don't have any more like pans that I want to use right now, except for this one. This one, where is it? Where is it? Where did I just put it? I had it, but then you move stuff around and you don't know where you stuck it. Oh, that was the other pan. It was like, where did I put it? Where did I? Well, I guess I just gotta get some other ones out. I didn't want to do that though, because I really have to organize my cupboards. I really do. I didn't put it away. Where did I put it though? Oh, I put it on the stove. So what I'm gonna do with this one, I'm just gonna put like little breads in there. And this one here, I'm not going to put a parchment paper in it. But I think this one here, I'm going to make it with the cheese. So if he's going to eat some bread, he's going to probably want the one with the cheese. So I'm going to make this one with some cheese. I'm going to get the cheese out of the... I have dough all over my belly. Oh, my alarm. Oh, I got it. Okay. I'm going to grate some cheese, and then I'm just going to roll it in there in the dough. We'll do it like that. So this has like a little container thing, or I can just put the, no, I'm just going to use the container. So that's pretty cool. You got a container underneath there, and then we're going to use some old fromage, and I'm going to use some medium cheddar. Cheesy bread is always good. I'm getting cheese everywhere. I always gotta make sure I don't get my finger with this. These things are sharp sometimes. And at the end you gotta go really slow so you don't get your fingers. You don't want no skin, you only want the cheese. And you gotta rub upwards so you don't cut yourself, okay? So in case anybody didn't know that, don't go this way to rub it off. Just in case there's somebody, a beginner, like a beginner chef. I was gonna, oh, he kicked me off. It kicked me out of here. Oh, I still want to eat. I want to eat a piece now. I'm gonna add some mozzarella too. Trigger warning, you're gonna get hungry. Trigger warning, you're gonna get hungry. We're gonna get the mozzarella. I'm gonna do some mozzarella. Mozzarella. I'm saying it wrong. No, now I can't say it. Because I purposely said it wrong, now I can't say it. Mozzarella. I always want to say montadera. Montadera. I can't say it. Now I can't say any kind of cheese. names because I made fun of cheese. My dad used to make cheese. He used to make mozzarella. Okay, now I've never tried this before, so this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, so if I do it wrong, you guys can't be upset with me. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is going to take a piece. I don't want to like squeeze it or anything, but I just want to shake it out. So I don't want it to be like, you know, and I'm just going to lay it here, put some cheese on it, and then kind of just roll it up. And then kind of like, you know, just make it like a little bread. But it's got like a little, so it's going to be like shapely. And then you can also put like a little bit of, you know, like egg or something on top if you wanted to have it kind of interesting like that. All right, let's do another one. It's slinky. It's flappy. A little more cheese. Mucho queso. Muy bien. Muy bueno. Queso bueno. Queso bueno. Bueno queso. Kidding. So they're going to be like little loaves, but they're going to be cheesy loaves. This will need a little more. Okay, so we're just going to separate this into 4 more. So I want to do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. They don't have to be the same size. I don't really worry about that because we're not selling them. I was actually thinking if anybody wanted to order, anybody around me wanted to order some bread and stuff, like bread or banana bread or carrot cake, yeah, or cinnamon buns. Yeah, so if you guys want any or make an order, I can do that. And the price will just have to be figured out by the cost of the ingredients. So if somebody wanted, like if somebody was around me and they wanted me to make something and they brought all the ingredients, then obviously I would just charge them a little bit for what I did, the work, right? But if I was to buy all the stuff, then it would be a lot more. So I would bake for friends, but did I have to? I probably wouldn't want to go get all the supplies and stuff because it wouldn't be worth it for me to do that because I wouldn't really know how to charge for that. So I'd rather have people get their supplies and then me just make it, and then just they can give me something for doing the work, right? So that's, whoa, that scared me. So that's how I would want to do it, because I'm not a bakery. I mean, a baker, but I'm not a bakery. So, and I also do pizzas. I make pizzas, homemade, like with homemade dough. All right, so we done. We are finito. Okay. Staying awake, staying awake, staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive, Oops, sorry guys. I'm Now I'm just being noisy. Clean up the mess. Yes, when I'm a zombie, I can still make bread. I feel like a zombie today. So that's almost every other day I feel like a zombie. Almost every other day. When I feel good, you guys know it. Because then I come live. I go live like on my channel to do readings. I have a lot of energy. When I'm tired, I don't have a lot of energy. And I'm probably walking around with a bitch face on my face. But I don't mean to. Bitchy look on her face, you know, like bitch look. And here we go again. So I have a stalker, you know. I caught her. It's the landlady. She better just leave me alone. I can pay her the rent now through the internet, so I don't even need to deal with her unless I need something fixed. I'd rather have it that way. Because I've tried to get along with her. We just don't get along. She don't have the same respect for me as she wants from me. She has no decency for me, so I give it back. Whatever people give to me, I give it back. Don't give me no notice when plumber's coming and abruptly wake me up. Abruptly wake me up when I've had an hour's sleep and I've told her I was going to sleep an hour before that. Because I had asked her if they were coming and she said she hadn't heard from them. When they did call her, she could have made the appointment for the next day. Yeah, it wasn't an emergency. And it really upset me because what I fell asleep to was the Book of Enoch. I was watching the Book of Enoch is like the part of the Bible that they took out of the Bible because they didn't want us to know about it. Because they wanted us to just listen to men, right? And be deceived and be misguided. So I like to find out my own information about stuff. So I watch that kind of stuff. So it was almost like evil energy was involved. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to sound crazy, but like, why would she bother me just at that time? But anyways, the only reason I talked about it is because she's at the door and I caught her. And I didn't just go to the door the first time the dogs barked. I went to the door when the dogs went crazy. And that means she was right at the door. Because the dogs were sniffing to the door. Like, when you have dogs, people can't just sneak up on you. When you have dogs, people can't just sneak up on your house and watch you from, like, you know, or wait at your door and listen to whatever you're saying. Like, what the heck? She wants to know what I'm saying. She can go check out my channel. What she can do. Alright, so now I just have to wait for them to get big and then bake them. Then I'm done. So, I'm going to show you guys my plant room that I did the other day. Just 1 second, I have to wipe off something here. My son's dog is having an accident because she's not feeling good, obviously. So wonderful, Bailey, wonderful. I'll show you the dogs in a minute. I just gotta wipe this up here first. She made a little, like she had some drips. She had some drips. I know, you can't help it. You had drips. She's older. She's an older dog already. Okay. Doggies. There they are. Okay. So this is the room. I did my room the other day. I redid everything, cleaned everything, the walls, like, you know, wiped down the walls and stuff. Um, my apple tree has now lost all its leaves because it was, I had to spray it with neem oil, and the neem oil killed all the leaves off. So I'm just going to leave it and see if it comes back in the spring. So it's kind of dead now, but hopefully it sprouts again. That's my apple tree. I was pretty proud of it. See, my lemon tree is surviving, but it's kind of lost all its leaves down. It is a lemon tree, you know, it's a fruit tree. Fruit trees lose their leaves, right? And this is that big avocado plant I bought, and when I went to Leamington last time, and I really have to get her in a different pot because there's three huge ones that I have to move. These are my other ones that I already had. This one I got for my birthday. This one here, I got for my birthday a year ago. My phone internet is choppy, so I think it's gonna shut it off. But if it does, you guys get to see plants as you go. Oh, someone's calling me or something. That's why. Close the app. So somebody's trying to WhatsApp me. It's my family. Anyways, I'm gonna sign out, sign off, and thank you all for being here, popping in, and God bless you all. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.